Hello friends, welcome to Singapore Telugu channel. Hello friends, today I'm going to share you some interesting methods how to teach additions to children without using fingers. So generally children will do additions either by drawing lines or draw a number line and do the step counting. So like this 2 plus 3 children will do like adding the number of lines. So for 2 they write 2 lines, and for 3 they will draw 3 lines, and they will count 1 2 3 4 5 and they will write like this. Or suppose 2 plus 2 means on the number line they will write the numbers, and 2 plus 2 means 2, then go 2 plus. So like this 2 plus 2 steps, 1 step 2 step, 2 plus 2 steps means makes 4. So like this, if we see, it will be easy for small numbers like single digit numbers, but when it goes to double digit numbers or big numbers, it will take time. See, now suppose we can see like 10 plus 5. So almost they will use their fingers, and for 5 they will use, some children will use toes also. But if you go to number line also, we cannot write 15 numbers. So 1 2 3 like this, 10, then again 5 steps. So it will be very difficult and complicated also. So now today we will learn how to teach additions to children without using all these methods like fingers, lines, drawing lines or step method, just by using their mind only without using fingers. Okay friends, now we will see 4 different steps to teach children additions. First is the adding ones. Like any number, take add 1. The second step is adding same numbers. So if they learn how to add same numbers, it will be easy for them to calculate any other bigger number. Then adding tens. So for any number, adding 10, it will also be easy. Then adding fives, like 15 plus 5. So adding all fives, so it will be easy for them. So now we will go through one step slowly. So the first step is just by adding ones. So take single digit numbers and add 1, 2, 2 plus 1, 3. So allow the children to add 1 to the number in mind only. Make them to add 1 to the number. So like this you can go up to all the single digit numbers. So make them to add the addition of adding ones to the number which you have given in their mind only. So after they learn how to add ones, now you ask them randomly like 2 plus 1, then 5 plus 1. This makes the child perfect, and without thinking in the mind also, they can easily tell 5 plus 1. Then again add 9 plus 1. Randomly you ask. If the children is confident in adding the number 1, then you ask them randomly. So after teaching all the single digit number additions, now you go to double digit, like 12 plus 1, 17 plus 1. So like this, slowly day by day you go to 20s, then 30s, like 32 plus 1, then 40. One day you take 40s, 44 plus 1. Next day you teach them 50 numbers. Then next day you teach them 60 numbers, like 67 plus 1. So like that, slowly day by day you take the numbers up to 100. So now your child can learn additions when they are playing also. Suppose when a child is playing with cars, suppose he is playing with 2 cars, you can give one more car to them and say, I gave you one more car. Now how many cars you are having? 2 plus 1, 3. Again you can give one more car. Now how many? Count and tell. So 3 and plus 1. 3 plus 1, 4. So like this, you can make the children to learn additions interestingly. Now we can see some children will be playing with blocks also. So when they are playing with blocks and making stacks, you can ask them, if you are having 2 and I give you one more block, then how many? So 2 plus 1, 3. Like this, you can go and ask 4 plus 1, 5, 5 plus 1, 6. Like this, while playing also they can learn additions. Not only this, whenever you go outside also, if you see any steps, you can ask them. If you are on step 1 and if you go to one more steps, then how many steps you have crossed. And if you are going in lift, you can ask them, if you are in level 1 and if you go one more level, then how many levels you reach? Second level. If you are in second level and if you go one more level, then what level you are reaching? So 2 levels plus 1, third level. So like this, practically you can teach the children so that they will not be getting any bore also. So when they are playing in park, suppose 2 children are playing in park, you and your friend is playing in park and one more friend came. So how many children are playing in park? Like this. Suppose I gave you one chocolate, and your father also gave you one more chocolate, then how many chocolates you are having? Like this, practically you teach your children additions. You see, some children like cars, some children like aeroplanes, some children like something color pencils. So whenever the child is playing with their toys, you can teach them additions just by adding ones. First you teach them just by adding 1. So the next step is adding same number. So adding same number, like 2 plus 2, 4, 3 plus 3, 6, 4 plus 4, 8. Like this, you can teach them up to 9 plus 9. First you teach them up to 9 plus 9. So if you teach like this, whenever they see the numbers like this, immediately they can calculate and they can tell 4. So no need to write like this. 2 plus 2 means again 2 plus add 1 plus add 1, because they have learned how to add 1. So no need to go like this. So teach them how to add when there are same numbers. 2 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 4 plus 4, like this. So after teaching the same numbers up to 9, then slowly you introduce the next numbers like 10 plus 10, 20, 20 plus 10, 30. So when just now we have seen adding ones, now you add tens. So this will be easy for them. 30 plus 10. So like this you can go up to 90. So after teaching just adding tens, you can teach them how to add 5s. So we have taught them 5 plus 5 by adding same number. So for this you teach them how to add 5. 10 plus 5, 15. 15 plus 5, 20. So like this, adding ones, adding tens, adding 5s. So if you teach them If you have any number charts also, it will be easy for them to identify the number and add 5 and 10 to that numbers. So now we will see in number charts how to know the 10s, 20s and 30s and add 10s to that numbers. Okay, now we will see our third step, that is adding 10s. So if you have any chart in your home, take it and teach your child how to add just 10s. You show them here. So 10 plus 10, you go to 20. 20 plus 30, you can go to 30. 30 plus 10, you can go to 40. Like this, 90 plus 10, you will go to 100. So show them in the chart. These are 10 numbers and plus 10, you will go to 20. Like this. Show them in the chart. And in the fourth step, we saw how to add 5. So you show them 5 numbers. 5. 5 plus 5. You will go to 10. Then 10 plus 5. You will go to 15. Then 15 plus 5. 20. 20 plus 5. 25. So these rows are important. 5s and 10s. For the children to remember and to add additions in their mind only, they have to remember these lines. These are the, we can call these lines are like key numbers. So these lines are very important for them to remember so that they can add easily. Okay friends, now let's summarize what we have learned today. These steps may take little bit time for the children to understand, but once they know all this, it will be very easy. So the first step we learned is just to add ones. So any number you take, add 1. Any number, 2 plus 1, 3. Any number. Then go to 2-digit number, 11 plus 1, 12. Then the second step is adding same numbers, 4 plus 4, 8. 5 plus 5, 10. Like this, adding same number up to 9 you can teach them. Then the third one is adding 10s. So any number if you give, add 10 to it and they can easily tell. Then the fourth one is 5s. Adding 5 to any number. So like this. So teach them these 4 steps. Then you can ask them. You can only ask them one day. You can make them sit and ask them randomly. They will be able to say the answer. Okay friends. Thank you. In next week we will see the additions with some more concepts. Bye.